Hi, welcome back to the channel. So, some time ago, I made a video on how to get your afrobeat started, and this video I'll be teaching us how to mix your vocals on your afrobeat, just for those that are starting to learn how to mix vocals on their afrobeat. So let's get it started. First of all, this is what I have. Now, if you will notice, if you've seen my former video about Afrobeat, this is the same Afrobeat. I just try to put up the demo stuff, and in this video, I've laid the vocal on it for this tutorial, and the vocal was actually laid by me, so don't be expecting so much. But let's hear what we have.
Oh no, no, yeah. Oh no, see. Me got a pretty lady with no like no stress. She got her own but she needs some love. She got her own but she needs some love. And she tell me say not only me to make her love. Tell me say not only me the cool her stress. She tell me say not only me she want. She tell me say not me they make her come. She tell me say not me they, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. So you I give it up. Nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. So you I give it up. Nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress. Aye. Oh nah, me African beauty. Aye.
So that is what the vocal sounds like, and I'm going to break this down, how I was able to achieve that kind of vocal on this Afrobeat. So first of all, let me strip this off. Vocal. Yes, take this off and all of this. Okay, so I'm going to play it and you hear how the default vocal sounds like.
She tell me say I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you I give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know.
So this is what I heard from the onset. First thing I did to this vocal was to add a denoiser, kind of NS1 noise suppressor, comes with a wave bundle. If you have the waves, you will find it. It makes the work easy, not like it's doing so much, but it's just there. Okay, let's hear what it has done to this vocal.
She tell me say I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you I give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know. Say
Like you've just heard, it's not much of a work it's doing, but it's just there doing something. Now, after that, this is where the whole stuff really started from. My auto-tune. Okay, this dude is so famous, like everybody knows this in the industry, so but some persons don't really know how to apply these auto-tunes. Now, auto-tune works differently on different vocals depending on the performing vocalist, and it works differently on different songs and genres of music as well. That's my own perspective. For this song, I've basically used this auto-tune as a pitch corrector and a little bit of sweetening to the vocal. So I'm going to play this and you hear what it sounds like.
she tell me say I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you I give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress.
So you've heard that's not much of a difference. If I want to go like some persons, depending on the vocalist, that would need much more of this auto-tune, let me just start from 0 and hear what it sounds like.
She tell me say that me that, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress.
So, like you've heard, it's not actually doing much to my vocal, but it's trying to straighten those pitches that I might have not been able to hit properly, and adding a little bit of sweetening to the vocal, and that's basically what I've done with the auto-tune. The next thing is my equalizer, and this is Fabfilter Pro Q3. This dude is one of the most popular EQ in the industry right now as well. I've done some videos on it, and I'm still going to do more. But for the sake of these tutorials, this is what it's doing to my vocal. I bypass this, and you hear what it sounds like.
She tell me say that me that, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you
Turn it on. And now.
she tell me say that me that, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress.
Now, to some persons that are new into the mixing field, I really observe some things. They actually think EQ does so much of a job. I don't know, but they overstress it and they overemphasize it. Like you hear a vocal and you know that no, this is way too much. They've really messed with it. Now the point is this: for your sound to come out clean and neat, you have to do proper EQing. But that doesn't really mean you mess the whole thing up. Now, I've actually ruled off my lows up to 100 hertz. Basically, everybody knows this vocal doesn't need much of these informations, so I've ruled them off. On the high side, I don't regularly do this, but for the sake of the kind of vocal I have here and what I want it to sound like, I had to roll this off. I'm going to play it and you hear exactly what I've taken off.
She tell me say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know. So you a give it up. Dress.
So that's just what I've done on the lows and the highs. Those are the informations I don't want on this vocal. Then inside this remaining frequencies, you've seen several chords and you might be wondering, this is just minus 3 decibels, and most of my cuttings I've actually done is minus 3 decibels, and my curves are not so big. So because these points you're seeing my vocals do blast at some points, and some points they are sounding good, so I just did a little bit of cutting, minus 3 dB. Most of the work is being done by the dynamic ability of this equalizer. It's actually dynamically able to attenuate down to minus 9 decibel here. That's a whole lot, and to some minus 8 as it may be, and minus 6 and even a little bit more. Now this is because normally my vocals have been okay to me after my cutting, but in some part of the vocal it's blast beyond that, and I'm not really doing much of the gain stage stuff here, so I'm using the dynamic function of this equalizer to help me do that. So wherever it's blasting too much on these frequencies that I've noticed, dynamically it's going to reduce automatically. That's why you have this here. Then if you can actually do, like if I'm doing a proper job, I take my time and do my gain stage, so I don't have to stress the compressor, the EQ and the dynamic compressor that much. It's just there. So for the sake of these tutorials, I didn't do gain stage. I'm just trying to rush things. That's why my equalizer is here, and this is what it sounds like without the equalizer.
She tell me say I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you I give it up.
And this is what it sounds like with the equalizer.
She tell me say I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you I give it up.
That's that for the equalizer. The next thing I've done to my vocal is the compression. Now this is a serial compression. We have basically two types of compression: serial compression and parallel compression. Now this is a serial compression where I've applied the compressor on the vocal channel. So in this kind of compression, it's actually going to affect your tone and your dynamics. Yes. So this is what the compressor is doing to my vocal.
She tell me say I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you I give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress.
And this is without the compressor.
She tell me say I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody. She tell me say I mean it, but nobody nothing know.
So the difference is way too clear for you not to notice. So the compressor actually they make the vocal sounds a little bit soft and makes it sound more smooth to me. Now you can compress sometimes to boost, compress sometimes to expand, but in this case I've actually compressed to attenuate and make it soft. Now this is a CLA2, a comes with a waves bundle as well. It's one of the easiest compressor to use, and to me is one of the most effective. Not much of a threshold and all the ratio and gain and peak reduction, all of that thing automatically they've processed all of that. All what you need to do is your gain is actually your input and your peak reduction is your output. Just know this and you're good to go. That's that on the compression. Now some persons have asked me same question on different occasions, and they always ask me this question: how is your vocal chain like? What and what do you apply to your vocal? And that's one of the reasons why I'm putting out this video. This are just the stuff I do, not much. If my vocal is really bad, depending on my recording, I might sometimes use up to 2 equalizers or 3 as the case may be, just to make sure I've gotten my tone right. Same thing applies to the compression. If I know that, okay, one compressor is not enough to give me what I want, I don't want to stress it so much, I can apply another one. But for the sake of this tutorial, and this vocal was carefully recorded and performed by me, so one EQ, one compressor has already given me what I want. Now the next thing to look at is the parallel compression. Now take note, I'm going to turn this on, but before then hear what it sounds like without the parallel compression.
She tell me say I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you I give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you I give it up, nobody nothing.
Now you might be wondering why in the first place I used the compressor to attenuate, that's reduce the hardness of the vocal and try to make it soft, and I achieved that. Then on this other compression I'm boosting it and making it sound more audible and all of that. Now the answer is this: in this one I tried to make it soft and I was able to achieve that. It has given me the tone I want. Now on this parallel compression I'm actually trying to boost what I've been able to achieve. Take note, this serial compression will actually affect your dynamics and your tone, while this one is not going to affect your tone and your dynamics. It's just going to boost what you have already achieved. So some persons might also ask, why not just after achieving here you add another compressor to boost it? Like I said, it's going to do something different. It's going to say add up to your tone and your dynamic. So it's more professional to do it this way. And if you notice, the plugin I'm using is one knob louder. It comes with the wave plugin as well. Now, this doesn't actually add color to sounds. Even if you apply it on your serial channel, it just makes this stuff louder and adds no dynamics and other elements to the sound. So that's why I'm intentionally using this in my parallel compression. That's that. The next thing I've done to this vocal is, first of all, I'll skip the delay and go to the first reverb I have on the vocal, which is this. Now, this is your basic Fruity reverb too, comes with your Fruity loops. Hear what is adding to my vocal.
She tell me son I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard.
So if you can take note of what just happened, I'm just trying to create a room, a kind of color to the vocal. Now, you won't really perceive the reverb because I've made it so, and I just want it to sound like that is the default vocal. That's what the vocal sounds like. Now, you think that is actually coming with the reverb, with the vocal rather, because it's very tiny.
She tell me son I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard.
So, like I said, it just created a room for the vocal and made the vocal sound more wide and kind of stuff like that. So, it's not really so watered as a reverb. Then the next thing I did is add this delay, still an inbuilt Fruity Loops plugin, your regular delay 3. Now, I've actually messed with this a whole lot, and depending on what I have. Now, this is just a single vocal, no harmony, no ad-libs, no backups, and for me to really make this sound enough, I need to mess with it. Now, this is what the delay does to the vocal.
She tell me son I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress.
So the delay is actually kind of much to an extent, but I had to because once you have a tiny vocal and just one like this, you need to make it sound like more, like make it enough. So this delay is actually adding to the original vocal, and I think it's sounding like what I want it to sound for now. Then the next thing I did is the real reverb. Now this reverb is really crazy. I had to intentionally add a whole lot of it because I want it to sound that way. This is afrobeat, and depending on the tempo and how slow and how fast the song will be. Now, if this happens to be a real afrobeat and it's more compacted, more jams and more instruments, I might not necessarily need this reverb to be this crazy. But for the fact that it's scanty and the beat is empty, I have to make the vocal cover up all of those spaces, and that's what I'm doing with this second reverb.
She tell me son I mean it, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress.
So if you hear, this vocal is actually sounding more, it's trying to fill up a whole lot of vacancies and emptiness in the sound as a whole. Now, if I play this with this song and everything, you hear what I actually mean. So let me run stuff all together again. So this is the result after everything.
She tell me say that me lit, but nobody nothing know. Say me and you a fuck, nobody nothing know. Say you a give it up, nobody nothing know. Say you come over me yard, lady, take off your dress.
So I'm taking it back to the top.
Oh no, no, yeah. Oh no, see. Me got a pretty lady with no like no stress. She got her own but she needs some love. She got her own but she needs some love. And she tell me say not only me to make her love. Tell me say not only me the cool her stress. She tell me say not only me she want. She tell me say not me they make her come. She tell me say not me they.
So that is that on basically how to process your afrobeat vocals when you're mixing. Now take note, this is not a full session. In some of my tutorials, you'll see I apply sometimes 3 equalizers, 2, 3 compressors. And as for reverb, sometimes I apply up to 4, 5, 6, as the cases may be, because that's what I basically use to color my vocals and my sounds in general. Then delays, sometimes I can use up to 2 delays as well, depending on how I want to just make the vocal sound and mess with stuffs. But this is the basic procedure on how to get your Afrobeat sounding with a good vocals on it. So that is that on mixing your Afrobeat kind of vocals. Now you don't want to miss out on more content, so you have to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you get notified once I release new contents. For now, it's a bye-bye.